Welcome back to the channel. Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be covering over Ogerpon Box, a deck that Tord Reklev recently took to top 4 of a Japanese Champions League. Now Tord went all the way from Europe to Japan and played in a tournament with over 5,000 players. As the best player of all time that he is, he took his created deck that he played with Rahul and Fabian and took it all the way to a top 4 finish to lock in his world championship invite. Pretty sure he would have got to worlds otherwise, but he got there, and I'm going to be covering over the deck today. In this video, since some of these cards are not available in PTCG Live, I'm going to be covering over the deck and more of the strategy. The list is available in the description. You cannot copy and paste it into PTCG Live because some of the cards, like the Lillie's Clefairy EX, are not going to transfer even once Journey Together comes out. It's just the way PTCG Live works, but you could put it into your My Limitless, play in some tabletop simulator kind of things. You could take most of the list and put it into PTCG Live and manually put in the Lillie's Clefairy, or you could just kind of have the printed off version of the deck so you can kind of see what these cards are if you don't necessarily want to just look at a picture. If you need any of the cards for this deck, once Journey Together comes out, check out our sponsors at Kayfabe Cards and at PTCGO Store for your physical card needs and your online code card needs. Starting things off, we are using Teal Mask Ogrepon to get energies into play. We're mainly playing grass energies in this deck, so Teal Dance is going to be part of the strategy in order to A, draw cards, and B, maybe even using My Relief Shower. We have a variety of different tech Pokemon when it comes to this deck, and that can include our Wellspring Mask Ogrepon EX. So we have the ability to use Torrential Pump for 100. So you might be like, how do you go from Teal Mask Ogrepon to Wellspring so quickly? And it's not Ogre's Mask. We have a variety of tech cards that allow us to power things up. So we have Pokemon that accelerate energies like the Teal Mask Ogrepon EX, but we also have access to Sparkling Crystal for our Terra type Pokemon, which is way smaller than expected. I'm not sure why it popped up like that, but everything else is normal size. Sparkling Crystal allows our Terra Pokemon in play to have access to 1 less energy requirements. So part of it allows you to use Teal Mask Ogrepon, get some energies, use Energy Switch. And we also have access to Crispin, so we can use all these different energies and power up our Pokemon really quickly. So similar to what we've seen in other decks like Dragapult Dusknoir, Crispin, searching out those energies, you choose the one you want to put in your hand and the one that you want to attach. So you go Crispin, attach an energy, then you go Sparkling Crystal, freebie energy, then you attach for your turn, that's 3 energies, and you have Teal Mask Ogrepon to get the extra one. So we're kind of a tech box of sorts that's allowing us to kind of go in between our different versions of attacks. So whether we want to deal against something that has a lot of energy maybe on them, and we can do a lot of damage with My Relief Shower, that sounds like a good call. We have access to Wellspring Ogrepon EX that allows us to do 100 and then 120 doing some snipe. We can shuffle those energies back in and use Crispin to kind of get them back. We can also use Sob to stop our opponent's active Pokemon from retreating. Now, one of the main ways that we have to search out some of these combo pieces is going to be Noctowl. Noctowl is going to allow us to use Jewel Seeker loading up whatever we need into our hand as long as we have a Terra Pokemon in play, and we have the Teal Mask, the Wellspring Mask, Terapagos. When you have 5 different Pokemon, there's a lot of decks like Miraidon, for example, that only deal with 1, being a Pikachu EX. This deck, we can really use Area Zero to expand our bench and really make the most of any situation. So we can get our big bench, get out a bunch of Hoothoots, get out some Noctowls. They do play one of the new Hoothoots from Prismatic, just I guess for HP purposes, that's pretty cool. Fan Rotom is going to allow us to grab our Noctowls and Hootoots, similar to what we've seen in Terapagos Dusknoir decks. And it's also a viable attacker as a single prize card Pokemon as long as you have a Stadium card in play. Terapagos here could actually attack with either Unified Beatdown or Crown Opal, doing 180 damage during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by your attacks from your opponent's basic non-colorless Pokemon. Now, that might be more difficult as we progress because I think this deck might get a little bit more popular. So it's if we can attack with basic colorless Pokemon, might have some things there. Now, Might call it clickbait, whatever you want to call it. I did put Lillie's Clefairy on the front of the thing, and I thought it's cool because I'm going to be covering over all the different trainer kind of cards that we're including in decks. So we can use Fairy Zone. The weakness of each of your opponent's dragon Pokemon is now Psychic. So it does allow us to attack with either Mew EX or with Lillie's Clefairy EX. So we have a Psychic Energy or a couple Psychic Energies. So we can actually use Full Moon Rondo 20 plus for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. So we could do a lot of damage with Full Moon Rondo, and Lillie's Clefairy EX being able to maybe knock out a Dragapult EX could be quite huge when it comes down to it. And when it comes down to any other cards that we have, I mean, everything else in this deck I feel it's going to be either an attacker like Bloodmoon or a free retreat like Latias. Pheasantipity drawing some cards, Mew EX drawing some cards, potential attacker. Ditto, we could pop when it's in the active spot and kind of switch to a different Pokemon that we want. And then we have our like draw engine. Now it's not a crazy draw engine because we could search out whatever we want with Noctowl. So we have Crispin to accelerate energies, Research if we just want to clear our hand and draw some more cards, Boss to bring up whatever we want. We also have a counter catcher. We have Iono if we want to shuffle anything back. And we also have a Professor Turos in case something gets stuck in the active, or if we want to just take a Pokemon out of play. Some Ultra Balls, some Nest Balls, some Energy Switch, a couple Night Stretchers to bring things back, an Earthen Vessel to search out energies manually, that Sparkling Crystal that's way too small for this video. And of course, we have the Area Zero if we want to expand our bench. Enough energies to make this deck work. And I mean, I think that Ogerpon box, while it doesn't seem like anything special, has a lot of options to just kind of attack, accelerate energies, and really make things work. I'd say, like, you might be like, why is there not a card like Thornton in this deck? Well, Thornton rotated. This is post-rotation. This is Journey Together on. And I mean, if you don't trust a random name that you might not have heard of in Japan that made top 4 with this list, we have to trust toward Reklev to some degree, right? We have some of the best to ever play the game who played in this tournament, top 4 the event. Here's the list. It's brand new. And I think that it's going to really kick off some popularity when it comes to the Journey Together early format. I wouldn't be surprised to see this all over, and that's why I want to cover things. I know that EUIC is this week. I'm actually going to be in attendance in that event, and it's one of those things where let's just start covering some Journey Together formats. I've already covered Dragapult, Dusknoir again, Rhydon again. These are some of the best decks in the format. We have all the information there, and I think let's start looking towards Journey Together. Of course, I'll be covering recaps over EUIC. Of course, I'll be covering over every single major event that happens in the game. So stay tuned for more great stuff, and give this video a like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what's up. But in all seriousness, I think we can look forward to Journey Together. Our Prismatic Evolutions format, while it might be large, we're really seeing a cycle of Miraidon doing pretty good, and Dragapult and Gardevoir just kind of sitting back there and being like, what's up? So right now, I think this is a really cool deck. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, maybe learning a little bit more about it. Probably going to get some tabletop gameplay going on the channel, so stay tuned for all that. And other than that, I think that this is a fantastic deck to start things off with our format. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you need anything else from me, hit me up for some personal one-on-one coaching at Metafy. That'd be awesome. You can check out the description for any link for that, and I will catch up with everyone soon. Peace out and have a great one. Want to support the Shuffle Squad? Be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description to pick up Pokemon TCG singles, sealed, and PTCG live codes. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.